Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. So we got 12 wins in a row. Highly nothing to sneeze at. And TBN7 TJ60. What am I making weird sounds over? Well, like, we have Sad Onion, but our rate of fire is 9. Which is just like... It's not... I mean, like, 9 rate of fire is good, but it's just got me thinking, like, what would our rate of fire have been if we hadn't had Sad Onion? I think it honestly might have been like 17. So, I want to be very clear. I'm highly not upset. This is a very good turn of events. However, the seed probably could have been like a 12 out of 10 if we'd only had a great rate of fire to start with. But let's not, let's not sit and worry about, what might have been but never was. The thing that should not be but is by Metallica and the "And Tonight." Pokeball. A lot of spacebar items early on here. You may question my my sanity or my homes from watching me continue to take sack altar here. I'm kind of questioning my own sanity, to be honest with you, because I think that sack altar is like very decent, but also we need enablers that almost certainly will show up, but may not show up, and if they do show up, it still might be a while. But then, like, all I can think of in my head is, and this is not how you should evaluate items probably, but all I can think of in my head is the number of times we've had, like, Little Gish, Abel, Kane's nearsighted eye, just endless combinations of familiars that are nearly useless. So this time is a little bit different. We've got an orbital and like an... Well, really, I think you just ask yourself a simple question. What's worth more? Your average deal with the devil item or a cube of meat? And I think the answer is really a cube of meat. However, there's some items in that pool. It's like opening a loot box in NBA 2K, right? You know what I mean by that? Your $2.73 are worth way more than the average expected value of a loot box, even if you like the game. Obviously, like, don't take this the wrong way, but on like a material level, the value of a 2K loot box is literally nothing. I don't mean that no labor went into it. I mean, like, it has no value except to the person opening it. It's exclusively sentimental. And then mechanical within the game. But, it's not real, is what I'm trying to say. But anyway. But, like, it's obviously worth less than the $2.75. However, 1 out of every 500 packs, you're cracking open a 99 overall... Pink Ruby Giannis Antetokounmpo. Look, for someone who doesn't watch basketball, I think I did pretty well. Half of the people watching this are said the word slightly wrong. Yeah, go look at some hockey player names. Tell me how you're doing on those. Oli Uelevi. How you doing on that one? Not so good? Well, don't rub it in, okay? I know we could have had Kachuk, another difficult name to spell. Easy to say, difficult to spell. Sorry, a little hockey withdrawal. I would like an HP upgrade, please. This is outrageous. Can I speak to your manager? They never say, can I speak to your manager? That's the insidious thing. It's always, I'd like to speak to your manager. This is where you just insert the Austin Powers quote. I'd like a toilet made of solid gold. Sometimes it's just not in the cards, baby. Yeah, it's Robin Leach, baby. Lifestyles of the rich and famous. Now I'm from New Zealand. I don't know, this bit does the exact same thing every time. I can't believe it. Austin Powers, Robin Leach, suddenly from New Zealand. Then, I'm Korg from Thor Ragnarok, and then I'm Indie Mouse. Okay, I appreciate the statistics. Oh, I don't I mean, I appreciate the Spirit Hearts, but not when you consider what we could have had instead. But for the limited amount of HP we have right now, not getting a deal with the devil is really not the end of the world. Especially because we do have kind of a deal with the devil on demand, if we're interested in it. And we've expressed recently that we're not really, so... Or we're not willing to lose the orbital for it, at least. So we can't really be hypocritical here. And by can't be hypocritical, I mean can be hypocritical, but shouldn't feel good about it. We shouldn't feel self-righteous. Can you just... There we go. 14 cents. We still haven't seen our item room, which is kind of mind-boggling to me. There's gotta... One of these will contain a penny. If it doesn't, I will do my best to win this episode. Look, it's low stakes. Alright, I guess I got no choice but to do my best to win the episode. I'm not shooting the other ones. I'm not made of free time. Kidney bean. Dude. Here's, like, dude. So, like, here's the thing. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Let's go play the blood bank once. Let's not be a fool. Here's the thing. I appreciate all the item pedestals you've given me. There's a lot of very good item pedestals that you have presented to me today. However, man oh man, wouldn't it be sweet if some of them were passives that I could take with me? Kidney bean is like... I know that the argument, without a doubt, is, hey, you could take some of them with you if you just chose to use Sacrificial Altar, get rid of your cube of meat, and take whatever they give you. It's actually, like, you know, really good advice. I think if we come across a great spacebar item, we should absolutely consider that. Kidney bean is not that item. Kidney bean is just like... It's just not worth it. If we get a spacebar item that moves things for us, I would consider it. I'd be more likely to consider it. Alright. Get me out of here. Polycephalus. Not much to worry about. We did get a deal with the devil. That's very surprising to me. That was like a 16 point something% chance with 2 guppy items. Oh, Lord. Okay. So this is where things are going to get mighty interesting here. Okay. So we're going to definitely grab Guppy's hairball so that we get 2 plays of this, which gave us Brimstone. Now we have the space to hold a spacebar item. And look at that. Thanks for your incredible advice. Just as you saw it, just as you drew it up in the locker room, now we've got your 2 favorite items, Brimstone, Guppy's head. I love it when a plan comes together. Okay. So this is very good for us. No denying that. So now we can banter a little bit. Hey, how about that? A little bit of banter in an Isaac episode. Today is Sunday. I took yesterday off, as I always do. And what did I do on my day off? It was productive. It was, you know, a good mix of real productivity, like work productivity. I know you're like, it's a day off, so why are you doing work stuff? Well, like, I like to do... I need a day to rest my voice. Let's put it that way. And I need a day to not read internet comments, except on YouTube, where like the comments are so positive that I feel like I'm looking into like some kind of warped funhouse mirror. If you had told me like in 2014 we would reach a point where YouTube comments are so positive, why would you even like go peep it? It doesn't make sense. That you know, actively sought them out and replied to them on a regular basis, I would tell you that you've lost your mind, or YouTube has been purchased by, you know, some kind of company that just is like, if you swear, it's illegal now. Now, I know that's almost a little too close to home. Immediately upon saying it, I was like, oh no. However, it's the honest to goodness truth. YouTube's really, you know, in a great spot right now. I'm very happy to say it, and I'm even happier to see it. But, still, like, there's, like, little editing stuff that needs to get done. Like, I cut, you know, the best clips from Twitch streams, and, you know, I put that into a compilation every month of, like, hey, in case you don't watch Twitch, here's what you're missing. Or if you do watch Twitch, here's what, you know, you saw over the past couple of, you know, weeks, or past month, I should say, that you're you might have forgotten about, but it's, you know, funny stuff. So I did that yesterday and, you know, cleaned the house a bunch and then played like a lot of Warzone. And that's just like a really good game. And full stop. That's pretty much where we are. I know you're going to say, NL, you liar. You were supposed to grill. What'd you grill? Tell me more stories about the grill. Nature played a joke on us. It was raining yesterday. So when I went to do my once weekly grocery trip, help me. I was like, I'm not gonna get grilling stuff because it's raining. I don't want to grill in the rain. I'm not at that level of daddom yet where I'm like, we'll just get a tarp. Maybe one day, but not yet. Then, like an hour after I got back from the grocery store, rain stopped. Just like a perfect, beautiful spring night. But I can't go back to the grocery store because it's like a, you know, hour lineup to get in. There's also, and I don't tell this story exclusively for laughter. I said exclusively, I expect you to laugh a little bit. But when I walked up to the grocery store, I did see there was a man there. He was very, very bundled up. Like, not for the weather, for the pandemic, right? Hold on, do we know this? Yo, double range up. Must be my birthday. That's gonna really help us out with Brimstone. But yeah, the dude was really bundled up, and he kept like walking up to the grocery store, like front door, and then like looking at his phone and turning around. And eventually, like, he just went up to the front door and just shouted through the door, and he was like, I just need one item. And then there's like a bouncer, because we live in a weird time, and the bouncer was like, well, just wait in line and go in and get it. And he's like, I can't. And the guy was like, what are you talking about? And then he said, I haven't been outside for 2 months. And he said it like the bouncer should be like, okay, sir, right? Go ahead then. But I was like, man, this guy. I remembered 2 months ago, I went out to the grocery store and was like, things feel like they're slightly about to pop off. So I had to pick up like, you know, a couple weeks worth of canned food just in case it gets real nasty. I'm not like a quote-unquote doomer, nor am I a doomsday prepper. The only thing I'm a doomer about would be like maybe climate change. I don't think the pandemic is going to erase human existence. But I'm enough of a prepper, I guess, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think society's going to collapse. I think it might get funky for like a couple of weeks. No longer do I feel that, but I definitely felt that for like, you know, maybe a few weeks in early March. Full health. One makes you larger. I think we're just moving on here. Probably should go to the shop, but we do have Brimstone, one Guppy item away from having Guppy. You know what? That's not an excuse. Let's make sure we're doing the little things right. So I was like, you know, I think here's the thing. I think there's a difference between being a prepper and having an abundance of caution. Now, the thing that conflates that is that everybody who's a prepper is like, I don't really see myself as a prepper, even though I'm wearing a shirt that says I'm a prepper and I go to prepperforum.com every day to talk to other preppers. They go, I don't see it as being a prepper. I see it as just being concerned. So they're kind of like really salting up the discourse for those of us who are like, I think it's good to have a little bottled water just in case the sewer system goes down or something. But anyway. So I was kind of like feeling a very slight degree of what this guy was feeling 2 months ago, but he went through with it. That's like an abundance of conviction. I was impressed. I was also like simultaneously like, I mean, you're gonna think that this is just me trying to make myself, I don't know, it's not like I look bad in the story, but trying to make myself look better. But I was also just genuinely like, man, I feel for this guy. The dude has literally been living like so scared for the past couple of months he's not left his house. I feel like the normal level of fear is people are like, I'm not gonna leave my house like willy-nilly. But at the same time, like, I need sour cream. But this guy was like, I don't know what his life has looked like for the past 2 weeks. Or 2 months, I should say. But I did also love that the bouncer, I respect this. Especially, you know, in early May. I respect the worker for going, I'm going to try to help you, but this isn't really part of my job description. Like, sure, you want to, you know, you don't like to see another human being in distress in this situation. But he also seemed to be playing a role that was kind of like, you know, I feel for you, buddy. But at the same time, it's kind of my job to keep things from popping off in here. You think this will... I don't know. Do you think we can actually... I think... Let's get weird with this one, okay? Let's try to create as many flies as possible. Oh, but I do need champion belt. Our damage is still low enough to make that relevant. And then go back with Guppy's head. Because I really don't think, without like 9-volt, compost is going to do enough for us, but... Anyway. It just shows how good we are at waiting in line. That this guy was like, I'm trying to hop the line. And the bouncer was like, sorry, buddy. Anyway, I don't know. That's my only anecdote from grocery shopping. This is like literally it. That's all I got. So I hope everybody's doing okay. That was my Saturday anecdote. I hope you had a good time. Hope you're having a good May so far. One of the better months. A little sneezy, a lot of cat hair in the air, a lot of pollen in the air. I am hoping. Look, I don't expect gyms to be. Let's make this very clear. You know, it's a controversial issue on YouTube right now. That I really see this a lot, like, you know, climate change denial or like anti-vax. The people who are like, you know, hey, things have plateaued slightly. Let's open everything back up immediately. I'm like, I'm just begging you, like, just take like one statistics course or like learn the mathematics of what like exponential growth looks like. That's all I know we haven't seen it, but we haven't seen it because of the precautions that have been put into place. But anyway, that's not to say that there aren't some things where I'm like starting to get slightly like, come on, we could. Here's the thing: should gyms be open? At least here, in my opinion, no, not right away. However, we got this like pretty crappy gym in our building. I never, in all the times that I used it, I've never seen another human being in it, but it still got closed down because of the COVID stuff. And I'm like, just open that back up. I have never seen another human being operate one of the machines or pick up a single one of the weights. It's real, like, that's one where I mean, basically, specifically, I'm just asking for stuff in my neighborhood to open. I guess it's a little selfish. And open for me! Don't open for anybody else. That's dangerous. Okay, I think I've now realized the error of my ways on that one, so we can move on. Let's go find our... I mean, dude, what do you want me to say on this one? It's freaking Tammy's Head Brimstone, dude. It's freaking Tammy's Head Brimstone. There's no way for this to go, sideways. You know what I mean? Well, there's one way, and we're kind of doing it right now by throwing caution to the wind and giving up all of our spirit hearts. But even then, it's so unlikely. I'm surprised we have this much space to actually get tiers upgrades, considering we had Sad Onion earlier. You're dead, buddy. That was like a Fist of the North Star thing. The dude didn't even know he was toasted. Anyway, yeah, that was pretty much my day. It was a very low-key sort of day. Just chilling. You can still say that, right? I'm very concerned about my dad parlance now. Dad, no one says chillin' anymore. All the kids say Greegrok. You don't say I'm chillin', you say I'm Greegrok, bro. I can't wait for that. Oh, man. Wonder what kind of slang we'll have. 2033. Dad, that's 2020 slang. Now we say YOLO again. You're saying YOLO? Yeah, we brought it back, but ironically. It's like we know he's stupid, but we say it anyway because it's so stupid it's funny. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. This is like a 1980s thing, dude. Just want to hang out on my deck all afternoon. Sit by the pool. That's about it. Pretty nice time. Pretty relaxing. Just enjoying life. My mom keeps sending me packages in the mail. I want to start this by saying, like, this is going to be a bit that seems like it's at my mom's expense. But at the same time, I also understand, even if I can't relate to it, at least not yet, I understand that my mom is probably dealing with some anxiety right now. Not because of, like, anything in particular going on in her life, but because there's the whole pandemic stuff, and her only child lives, like, across the whole country. And I don't know if you know, but Canada is, like, it's quite a wide country. It's stocky. It's also, like, pretty tall, but it's insanely wide. You know, it's like, it's like Eddie Hall. Look him up. Anyway, he's a strong man. He's both a strong man and a strong man, if you know what I mean. So she's been sending me these packages that I'm sure are like, you know, for her it's like a maternal instinct, even though her son is an adult and somewhat self-sufficient. Nobody's self-sufficient in the state, Ryan. You should read. Okay, I know I should read the Communist Manifesto, okay? But it's like 38 pages. I ain't got that kind of time. I'm too busy reading Brady game strategy guides for Dark Souls 3. It's 974 pages. Anyway, I'm making that part up. I don't need it anymore because I'm almost at the end of the game. But she's sending me these packages, and I look, I think the packages, some of the stuff in the packages is like super useful. Like, she did send us, my grandma sews a lot, and she lives near my parents. So my grandma sewed a bunch of reusable masks and shipped them out. And I was like, that's sick. Then there's also stuff in there where I was like, don't worry, Mom. We'll make a trip home at some point. Like, she put in, like it's Easter. It's cute, by the way, don't get me wrong. But she, you know, it's Easter. Or it was Easter like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so she shipped out some, like, chocolate Easter eggs and stuff like that. And then, like, a box of protein powder muffin and pancake mix. And then I was talking to her on the phone, and she was like, you know, I ordered almond milk, but they gave me oat milk instead, so I'm just going to ship you the oat milk. And I'm like, you know, I'll drink the oat milk, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, that seems like overkill. But I'm very appreciative. The only thing I'm not appreciative of is the candy. Because my parents and I, and like really a lot of my family in general, anybody else got this thing going on where you and your family play like junk food roulette with one another? It's like somebody gives you, it's like It Follows, but, you know, with high fructose corn syrup. It is fructose, ha ha ha. But like, there will be like, you know, candy that somehow comes into your possession through an eldritch curse. You'll be like, I don't know, I got all this Halloween candy. Just showed up at my doorstep. You eat like 2 Halloween candies, and then you go, hey, I'm gonna give you some of this candy. And, you know, the person that you're giving the candy to, in this case it's me, is like, I don't want this freaking candy. But at the same time is like also too polite to be like, don't give me the candy. So you end up taking on this candy, and it just taunts you into like, you know, ruining your teeth and your health. When you don't, here, if you like eating candy, more power to you. I have a bad brain in this sense. I don't actively really enjoy eating candy. Potato chips, yes. Candy, not really. But if it's there, eventually, it's gonna break me down. Eventually, I'm gonna be like, yeah, you know what? I actually do feel like eating 800 Skittles today. And then I'll eat like half the bag and be like, I'm disgusted with myself. You know? So you gotta, if you haven't seen It Follows, it's a very good metaphor. I hope that people enjoyed that metaphor, because it's a very good one. One of my finest, I would say. I wonder if static tears will work here. But you just end up with this, you're carrying junk food around just looking for somebody to offload it on. Hoping it never comes back to you. Also, God bless the Canada Post workers. Like, they don't realize what they're shipping out here. You know that old Mitch Hedberg joke that's like, you know, bless the post office, they don't know they're also my drug dealer? That's like what's going on here, except it's like, bless the post office. They don't even realize that they're shipping groceries to me against my will. But anyway, I mean, we're digging deep in that anecdote well. What did I watch on TV yesterday? Freaking nothing, dude. I was playing Warzone. I watched Mouth stream Warzone all day. That's, well, not all day, but for like, I'm at the point in adult life where doing something for like 2 hours becomes what you did for a day. You know, if you ever had like older or middle-aged like people you worked with in an office, you're like, hey, how was your Saturday? They're like, good. I made potato salad. You're like, you made potato salad? What is that, like 45 minutes? How was that like your number? That's it? That's what I'm like now. How was your Saturday? Good. My friend was streaming. The rest of the day, I don't know. It just kind of slips away from you. You know, an hour cleaning, couple hours doing some editing. You know, you're eating dinner. You're having, you know, some idle conversations. You play a little Warzone. You play a little NHL. Before you know it, it's like 8 or 9 p.m. And you're like, what did I do today? And you're like, ah, son of a gun. I made potato salad. I turned myself into the potato salad lady. I'm going to be honest. It was always a lady. I'm not saying there's not dudes who make potato salad as well. And I'm not saying either the ladies or the dudes' potato salads were better. I'm just saying. Well, you know, to be honest, I think the reason that it was always a lady who made potato salad in the offices in which I worked in is because I don't believe I have worked in a male-dominated office in my entire life. The first summer job I ever had in an office, there were probably 20 employees. I know this sounds like Dear Penthouse. No, it wasn't really like that. But there were like 20 employees. It was 19 women and 1 man. And they had a male and a female bathroom, but the women just used the men's bathroom because I was the only man there. Which I know, like, look, if you wanted to make it a thing, you probably could have made it a thing. But I was like, you know what? That's just utilitarian. There's way more of you than there is of me. And it's not like you're going to dirty up my bathroom. Let's be reasonable. I'm a college student. So I was like, that's fine. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, I'm assuming you did if you watched all 27 minutes and 34 seconds up to this point, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. It's the best way to send a message to YouTube. Hey, show this guy's content to more people. It sends a message to me. Make more content like this. And I look at the numbers and I go, this is great stuff. So if you enjoyed it, please click the like button. I'm reminding you now, click the like button if you enjoyed the episode. Apart from that, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. And for now, thanks for watching. I'll be in the comments. See ya!